All righty. Okay. Welcome back to class. So, today we're going to talk about organizing your business. So, I'm not naturally an organized person, right? But I love a system, I love something to follow. So, if you say, okay, well, Mondays we do this and Tuesdays we do this, I'm all about it. I can win with a system, I can win within a system. And so that's what I've tried to create for you here with the spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you. I definitely want you to make it your own. But if you're not really an organized person and you don't know much about business or anything like that, use this as a guide to make sure that you're putting your business on paper because there's a saying that says attracts number grows. So if you know what you're doing and what you have, then you know where you can go from there and how to grow your business. And so let's pull up what we have here. Just a second. Let me share my screen. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Try it again. All righty. So I'm going to expand it a little bit as big as I can get it so that you guys can see it. And yes, you do need to be pulling this up from your laptop or your PC. You can you can email me for this if you don't have it, or email your upline. They should have it as of, let's see, the 10th of January 2021. I will be sending out the newest, most updated spreadsheet for this, but it is called Tava tracking. So let's go through each of the tabs. At the bottom, I've put it all into different tabs for organizing your business. So the first one that I want to go over is your daily mode of operation. So what is DMO? DMO is what do you do every day? Daily mode of operation. So every day means the days that you actually work your business. So I don't work my business every day. Sundays I take off, but the other 6 days I'm doing something for my business every day. And so on your on day, so you have your off days and your on days. So on your on day, you want to be doing what we call income producing activities. And that is abbreviated to be IPA, income producing activities. So those are the things that make you money. Those are the things that generate more income for you because, again, in the last training with your money plan, we talked about what gets you to the money, which is selling products and recruiting people who buy more products and are moving products. They're selling products. And so um, let's move into this spreadsheet. So, first daily mode of operation, customer follow ups. So, 5 customer follow ups would count as one IPA. So, maybe you've gained some customers by now. You need to follow up with them, whether that you decide that that's once a month, once a week. Um, if they're first starting on their healthcare journey, then you need to make sure that you're following up with them once a week, to see how it's going because people will kind of give up on themselves. Um, so yes, and then let's see. So moving on from there, 3 warm market reach outs. So what that means is people that you already know. You are reaching out to them to tell them what you're doing and ask them for their support. So 3 of those is one IPA. 5 DMs, so that's direct messages on social media to new people. So whether that's Facebook, maybe you're adding friends, you add 5 new people, and make sure you have some friends in common, of course, but add them, and then you immediately follow it up with a message telling them why you reached out. Hey, I'm, with a new Black-owned health and wellness company, and I'm looking to expand. Do you or anybody need to drop an extra 5 to 10 pounds, in the next week? And so you can just ask that or something like that. We'll go over scripts in another training, but you want to be doing that. Next is 5 meeting new people. So meeting 5 new people while you're out in a day. That may be you go to the grocery store, or you go to the beauty supply store, or you go to pick up your dry cleaning, wherever we go throughout the week, pick one of those days to meet 5 new people and get in and make sure you have your samples with you, and you can use that to get their information back. It's not just that you're meeting people, but you're getting their information back so that you can get a testimonial from them when you give them a 2-pack sample. So you would, again, take your little packet, you put the instructions in there, and I'll talk about this when we get to retail strategies, but you'll put your 2-pack in here with the instructions of how to do the tea, and as you're out and about, you can, talk to people, and we'll go over the scripts for that. And so moving on from there, website sales, that's 1 IPA per sale. Trial pack sales, so that's, selling the 5-pack of these. One of these is an IPA. Giving out samples, that kind of ties in with meeting the 5 new people. So if you, you've met your 5 new people, let's say you give out 4 samples to 5 new people, you get to put that you've done 4 IPAs because you gave out the 5 samples. 2 people to hear marketing, that's 1 IPA. So let's say we have presentations, opportunity presentations going on every day of the week. So however you let somebody hear about our business, you can count that. So having 2 people to hear that gets you 1 IPA. Not just inviting people to hear them, but actually getting them on. So you may have to invite 20 people to get 2 people that actually listen in. Team member follow-ups. You want to, as you build a team, you want to be following up with them. You want to touch your team member at least, over the phone or some way, text, or, we have a Telegram group at least once a week just to see how they're doing and what they need help with. Capturing and creating content. So this is for social media. You want to sit down, whether that's a Sunday night or a Saturday night once a week, and plan out what content you're going to put out for the week. Now you can do this nightly, and you can do it for the next day and say, okay, well, Sunday night, I know what I'm posting on Monday or whatever, but that now we're getting into the non-IPA. So these are things that are business support activities, but they're not actually they don't actually produce income on the spot, right? Like a social media post is marketing, but it's not something to where somebody may see it that one time and actually buy. You're not very close to the customer, right? And then moving on from there, we've got sales and expense tracking. So we'll talk about that in one of these next tabs here. It's not an IPA. 6 most important things list. So that is every night before you go to bed, you want to write down just on a sheet of paper the top 6 things that you need to do for your business the next day. And then one, it helps you just to sleep better because you know what you're doing the next day. It takes away some of the anxiety of, oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what I'm doing for my business. My business is all over the place. So you write that down. You want to start with the hardest thing first. So, if you have to do 5 customer follow-ups tomorrow, then maybe to you that's a hard thing, So get that out of the way first, and the other 5 are going to be much easier to do. The next thing is your exercise. This is part of that personal transformation, right? So you definitely want to be getting your exercise in 3 to 5 times a week. And you want to make that a consistent thing. So 30 minutes a day, light exercise is good. If you're doing like HIIT workouts, so that stands for high intensity interval training, you want to do those 3 to 4 times a week, but not too much because that's strenuous on the body. And then next is prayer, devotion, and affirmations. This is another non-IPA, but this adds to your personal development, right? So you need your mind, body, and spirit to be all in alignment with what your goals are. You have to take God as your business partner. For those who, of course, are spiritual, you need to do that. And so I won't touch too much on that, but you want to be saying you're doing, you want to be praying, you want to be doing your daily devotional, you want to be doing your affirmations, you want to be reading some sort of business help literature. For instance, the science of getting rich, or think and grow rich, or different leadership books that you can tap into. Rick Warren is a good one as far as having many leadership books, and a lot of these are free on YouTube. You can go and get the audio book for free on YouTube and just listen to that. Let that play while you're doing something else. Social media posts. So again, those are not actual income producing activities, the art of just posting one, but it all adds to being able to get you visibility so that when people are ready to buy, you're top of mind. And then what you do is you just count them up for the day and see how many you got for that day, right? And what I didn't do here, which I'll go back and do a little bit later, is I will add in like Monday through Friday. Let me do it now. Hold on. Yeah. I don't know what days y'all work, but I will add in the days here. Okay, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so that way every day you can, make sure to go in and do that. So let me see. Hold on. See if it'll let me. I'm gonna do this with y'all now because I might forget. I'm liable to forget if I don't do it. Okay. Okay. So if that doesn't add up or something happens with that, just, you know, um, let's see. Yeah, I did it right. Okay. I need to trust myself, right? Okay. So that's that for your daily mode of operation. So this is very key. You want to do this every night. What did I do for the day? And this will help you as well. Like, okay, if you feel like, oh, my business isn't moving, or, I'm at a standstill for some reason, then you can go back to this and you can share with your upline, or me if I'm your upline, and we can say, okay, you didn't make any website sales, you didn't make any reach out. So if you're not doing the things that get you to the sale, then you're not going to have, those results. So, okay, so let's move on. Oh, and also on the capturing, creating content here, if you want to, you can just do yes, no for the non-IPA, so it doesn't count it as an actual anything here. So, either you did it or you didn't, right? So let's move on now to your weekly plan sheet. This is in the next tab. Again, the tabs are at the bottom for those who aren't very tech savvy. I'm not very tech savvy either, but low tech, big check, right? So, okay, so weekly plan sheet. So this is going to be key for you in knowing when you're going to work your business. You need to have a schedule, and your family and your friends that are always in close contact with you need to know, okay, we could look at the calendar on Monday at 7 p.m. and know that Keisha's in a meeting, Keisha's in a Tava meeting, or we can look up Saturday at 2 o'clock and we know that Keisha's doing an opportunity presentation, or she's following up with her team members at this time. So we're not going to bother her at this time. And then people know how to respect your schedule, how to move with you. The way to do this is to ask yourself a few questions. So, is this schedule honoring God? So, do you have your time with Him? Is this schedule honoring yourself? So, do you have time set aside for yourself to do your daily devotionals and your exercising and your self-care? Does this honor your family? So your family should get first dibs on your calendar and when things are happening in your schedule. And then the next one is, then does this honor my business? You know, of course, and work would be in there, of course, if you work a traditional 9 to 5. But those big themes need to be here. And you'll be surprised. We have 168 hours in a week. Now, on here, I only put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You can change this and make it to whatever days that you work. I took off Saturday, so I didn't even put I took a Sunday, so I didn't even put Sunday in here. So whatever 6 days that you want to work during the week or less, you can do that. I do advise you to take a Sabbath. So you need one day of the week that at least is a partial Sabbath, even if you don't take, maybe, let's say Sunday is your Sabbath, even if you don't take that full day off, you take at least, you say, okay, well, the first half of the day, I'm not thinking about Tava, I'm not anything like that. That's another thing. Having a new business, the excitement or the stress of not really knowing things or the uncertainty can definitely be stressing, to where you think about Tava all the time, or you're always on, you know. So the weekly plan sheet helps you to turn it off, to say, okay, my business hours are this and this and that. And when I'm off the clock, I don't think about Tava. I don't answer Tava. I don't go onto, you know, our Tava group or our Tava chat and look at what's going on. My only time that I'm doing is the time that I've set to work my business or to do any administrative tasks. So this is a lifesaver. And then what you can do is you can just print this sheet, you know, this page, and you can stick it on your refrigerator. And then you'll be accountable to your family, yourself, you know, put it on the fridge. And that way you just know, okay, well, I shouldn't be watching Netflix when I'm supposed to be plugged into work, you know, or I shouldn't be, you know, answering the calls or talking to family when I'm supposed to be plugged into work. So don't negotiate or don't phone in on your business time. Okay, so moving on to follow ups. Okay, so let me move this, see if I can move this down. There we go. Okay, so with the follow up tab, you want to basically keep the information for the life of your customers. And so I'll just kind of go through the customer journey. And so we've got the name of the person, their email, their phone number. You know what? You could even put in here, maybe I'll add this in. Hold on, I don't think. Yeah, I didn't put it in here. Let me put this in here. Glad I'm talking this through. Put address. Okay, so name, email, phone number, address, customer order date. So whenever they first ordered, you know, or their last order, doesn't matter. When you follow up with them, you want to follow up, you know, once a week, 2 weeks out, 1 month out, just to see how they're doing on their products. Because 1 week away, they may have used a trial pack, or they may be a week into their products, or they may have forgotten and put it on their shelf and not used it. So you want to stay on top of them, because the more you stay on top of them, the more that they're going to use the products, and then the sooner they're going to reorder. You don't need product just sitting on people's, you know, kitchen counter and they're not using them, because then really you're not going to catch that next sale. We want people to be getting into the habit of using these products every day, so that every month they're reordering from you. Okay, so then moving on from there, did you sample them? Yes or no? Did they purchase? Yes or no? And then you can choose, you can put here, you know, what they purchased. Then you can put a yes or no here, or you can actually put the date that they purchased these things. And then we've got, so we've got detox tea trial, detox tea 30-day, liquid vitamin, um, energy trial. Now, the liquid vitamin at this point in time, we do not have samples for that. Maybe in the future we will, and then you can just add in the new tab. Let's see here. Maybe I'll just do it so that you don't have to change that. If we ever get liquid vitamin trial or sample pack, then this tab will be useful. Okay. Okay, so liquid vitamin trial, just put it in there anyway. You never know. Liquid vitamin, we put in 30-day there. Okay, and then moving on from there, energy trial, energy 30-day, CBD coffee trial, CBD 30-day. Okay, thank you card. Let me expand that one. You need to send thank you cards to people. That goes a long way with customer service. Are you appreciative of what people are doing with buying from you? They don't have to do that. So, or you could send a thank you card with some samples. Maybe you want to let them try something else that they didn't get. You can do that. But appreciation goes a long way. Instagram followers, are they following you on Instagram? Are they in your Facebook private customer group if you have one? I have one. If you're not in it, you can ask to be in it just so you can see what I do. The name of the group is Coco Life Club on Facebook. So you can ask to join that if you'd like. Are they on your email list? So eventually, you may have a long list and you want to be able to just do some mass communication via email with people. So put them on that list and then they can be, roped into if you're doing a monthly email or a weekly email, just so it's easier. People still do check email. So it's definitely a good way of communication still. Video watch. So this is if you're inviting them to look at the presentation. Did they watch that video? Have they attended an event? When the world opens back up and you invite them to an in-person opportunity presentation, did they come? And for those, you can put the date that they either watched the video or attended the event. Referred 5 friends. So once they try the products and once they've purchased and they like them, then that's at the point where you can ask them to, introduce you to 5 of their friends that could stand to either lose weight or get healthier. And so that's that. Okay. Again, when the world opens back up, have they hosted a tea party for you? We're not necessarily a home-based, like a party plan business or a party business, but it is a way to make money. So, people still love getting together. They love the social aspect of things. So, having someone host a fun tea party for you where you do maybe like brunch, like light brunch food, and they sample in the teas and you bring products for them to buy on the spot. That would be cool. So have they done that? Or even done a virtual tea party to where maybe you send out a sample of this to each of the attendees and you do a Zoom event to where once they've gotten these, then you go over all the different products, but in particular the tea, everybody will brew it at the party and, you talk through this and then they can purchase this either from your website or cash apping you to get a 5-pack or go on your website to get the full supply. So there are so many different ideas that you can do to do that. Okay, so auto ship customer, our customers can actually choose to have their products auto shipped. So that's not just something for representatives, but customers too can also just have their products just sent to them on an auto ship, which is cool because that is now some guaranteed income for you. Okay, did you recruit them? Did you recruit them? So have they gone from customer and upgraded to now recruit? Auto ship rep. So are they on auto ship? And you want to stress the importance of to stay active. You have to place at least that one product order every 28 to 31 days, and you are considered active. So the easiest way to do that is to be on auto ship. Is the rep binary? So do they have two team members, one on the left side and one on the right side? Has the rep hit the rank of supervisor? And has the rep hit the rank of director? So that's about as far out as I would really keep tabs on a customer until they get all the way into really deeper into the business. Okay, so let's move on. Legend for follow-up calls. You can make up your own legend if you want. Yes to buy, yes to try back, or whatever you want there. That's just an example. And actually, I'm gonna delete this because I don't think that's really necessary. Let's see. Delete. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to sales revenue. So here you definitely want to track what you are doing. So the date that you sold the item, what the item was, what the price was it was charged, and what the cost of the item is, and then the profit. So this is not for your website sales, right? Because that's solely commission based. You don't lose anything for having people shop on your website. The company is the one that's handling all of that. So this is just, let's say you have the products on hand and you sell this, what did this cost you from the company? What was your distributor price? And that you want to add in any taxes, you want to add in any shipping, plus the cost of the product. And that's where you put cost of item. What is the price that you actually charge the customer? So for this, let's say this bag of tea, so this bag of tea is $70 for the customer, and it's $60 for the rep. But whether it's the customer or whether it's you, we still have to pay $15 in shipping, and then some people will be charged tax. So you want to make sure that if you're, okay, here's the deal, and I'll go over this in the retail strategies class, but I want to go over it a little bit here as well. I don't sell the month supplies. I rarely will sell these on hand. It does not profit me as much to sell a whole pack on hand as it does for me to break this 30 count bag down into 5-day supplies and sell it for double, right? Because then I can make double my money versus, maybe a $15 upcharge if I sell this on hand. So it's better for the customer. It's better for you if someone wants to buy a full pack of something, a 30-day supply, send them to your website. If somebody's not sure and they want to just get a trial of something, you can do a 5 or a 7-day pack and just sell them this. And each one of the little sachets is $5 a piece. So 5 times 5 is 25, or 5 times a 7-day supply is 35. And then, so you put in the price you charged. So let's say for this, the price charged, let's say 25, cost of the item 5 times $2.50 a piece, which is what which is what I pay for them, what a rep pays us. So 2.5 times 5, that's $12.50. And then the profit in there, that's going to be 25 minus $12.50. So that's going to be a $12.50 profit. Now what I need to do is put some, hold on. Let's see. I'm like not that good with these kind of things, but let's see. Oops, minus. Okay, let's see if I can. Let's see how it does. I don't know if the formula will drag down or not, but we're gonna see. Let's see. Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Okay, so all I did was where the profit box was, I did equals, sum, open parentheses, um, whatever the number is. So C3, so what C3, so C and then 3 minus D3. So this column minus that column basically, and then close parentheses. So let me see, but I am going to delete this because I want to make sure that it's not, let me just drag this. Okay. Okay. So moving on, Tava commission. So this is, your website commissions. If somebody's buying on your website, really, you can check this not by when each person buys. You just want to do this, like the easiest way to do this would be week to week. What the company sends you because every Friday we get paid off of our team building commissions and our website sales. So just write down here and keep a note of what you're making every week. And you would go to administration. Let me make sure I'm telling you right. Give me just a second. And I will tell you. So this is a working training. So I just want to make sure I tell you right. Maybe I'll pull it up here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna log in from my phone that came up first. Okay, so you would go to reporting. So at the top, there'll be, genealogy, reporting, so on and so forth. You go to reporting, and then you go to commission history, and it'll show you, you can select the commission range, and it'll show you the week and what you've got. Now, if you look at the current week, that it may not be updated, but you can click the drop down menu and you can see what your commissions are. So you just want to make sure that you keep a record of those here and you'll have them there as well. And then moving on from there, your expenses. So you got the date you incurred the expense, your Tava order, which the orders will always go to your email as well. Detox tea samples, what that costs you to purchase. CBD coffee samples, liquid vitamin samples, energy pill samples, custom samples. So like if you do a variety pack or something like that, this is kind of a catch-all category. Your link tree, if you're paying for link tree, what is that costing you? Once a month. Shopify, if you have that, I don't have Shopify. In fact, I'm gonna take that out. If you have a separate domain, you can put that. And really, domain could even be your once a year cost for your website. So your first year in Tava, your website is free. It's like $49. And then after, at once you hit your year mark, every year it's going to be that $49. So, which is very cheap to say you don't have to do anything but just um, send people to the website. You don't have to manage it at all. So that's pretty nice. Any packaging. So these little guys, these packages, that I put the trial packs in, if I incur an expense for that, I need to put the date and when I incurred that expense, any shipping costs. So like I use pirateship.com, which is free, but it is something that is it's easy to do, right? And then you're going to pay less than if you were to go to the post office and actually have them ship it off for you. So pirateship.com, create a free account. You'll link your business credit card to it or your personal credit card that you use for business. So you want to have a separate one for that you're only using for Tava. And then you can make sure when you incur those expenses, you can put those here. And you can do that once a week. You go back and maybe you write in all your expenses and add them up here, or you can do them as you incur them. But just don't let it get too far out before you're writing that stuff down. Card processing fees. So like if you have Square or maybe you have a PayPal business account or something like that, you want to put any card processing fees there. Moving on, mileage. So we are in a home-based business. This is a home-based business, so you get to deduct mileage when you have to drive to do certain things for your business. So you may be driving to the post office, and back. So driving to the post office and then back to your home office. If you're still within your work day, you get to write off those miles. Or let's say you're driving to deliver some products and back to your home office, which is your home. You get to deduct those miles. Or let's see, maybe you're going to do a presentation at a hotel in Dallas, or like let's say I'm in Dallas, right? But I live in Arlington. So if maybe you're going from here to 30 miles out and you're doing a presentation, and then back to your home office, you get to deduct those miles. And so that adds up. So make sure that you are getting that. Now, your starting mileage, you want to always, at the beginning of the year, write down what your odometer reading is. So January 1st, you want to write that down, or at least when you first start your Tava business, you want to write that down. And then every year after that, make sure you get your ending mileage for the end of the year and your starting mileage for January 1st. And then just keep it here, which you want to have the date that you drove, your starting mileage, where you went, why you went there. So what business purpose did you drive for? And then your ending mileage. And then, and also the government pays a little bit over 50 cents a mile. So every 2 miles you drive, the government is the IRS is reimbursing you for $1. So just think every 2 miles you drive is $1. That adds up. But no documentation means no deduction. So if you're not writing these things down, you don't get to deduct the mileage. Okay, moving on to Facebook and Instagram. So you can also track, and my husband gave me this idea, you can also track what content you are putting out there to the world, right? So I gave an example here. This is for Facebook. Your timeline post, did you post? And I've got the date here. So January, I've got the days there that you can list. Did you post? Yes. What content did you do? It's an engagement post, taking the tree down. So for instance, an engagement post would be, what's the last day that you should have your Christmas tree up before taking it down? It's just a fun way for people to give you engagement back. Just for visibility, right? And people say, oh, I take mine down January 6th, or I take mine down the 1st, or I take mine down the day after Christmas. So it's nice to just be able to engage with people, because the more you engage with people, the more they see your content and you see theirs. So it helps when you're putting information out there, because again, currency is is cash. I mean, attention is currency. So, okay. And then timeline live. Did you do a live? What was the content? Inspiration. Maybe you talked about goal setting, or you talked about vision boards, or you talk about, the first steps to starting your weight loss journey, the first 5 steps to starting your weight loss journey, or something like that. Um, Stories. Did you do your stories? 3 to 6 stories. So that's why I have 3 to 6 there. You want to make sure that your stories are popping. People need to be able to see something from you in your stories every day. And you want to spread out. So you don't want to just do like 3 stories all at one time. And we're going to do a whole social media tips training, but this is just because I'm talking about it now. You'll hear it twice, but maybe in the morning you do a story post, maybe it's a quote. In the afternoon, maybe you show you maybe having a smoothie and you put your liquid multivitamin in there, your Valley 30. And then in the evening, maybe you post something that you're with your dog or your family or something like that. So just something where people can see you, know you, that sort of thing. So again, the content in the stories, you do a quote, you do a video, Valley 30 shot, and then, maybe you have a testimonial text message from somebody or a testimonial video from somebody or something like that. So then moving on to Instagram. So here, same thing, same exact thing. You have just kind of that same layout and format there, but you just want to be tracking it if you want to know. And really, how this helps is, and I will go back and put some extra things in here. I saw a cool video that said, you can even use this to track what people respond to. So let's say you put up a post with your dog, and maybe you get 100 likes from that, and maybe you put a post up by yourself walking, and you get 2 likes from that. So now you get to see that people really like you posting with your dog. So how can you take that and win with it? Okay, well maybe you show the Vita energy capsules, that you hold this up and you take a picture with your dog, but just say these help me so much. My dog is super busy and I take these so that I can keep up with my dog's energy or something like that, to where you can incorporate Tava into the things that people like to see. And people will tell you. So I'll put that in the spreadsheet after we get done. So that is all for your business organization. Okay, so that was a lot, I know. If you need this spreadsheet, definitely, if you don't have the version that is updated as of January 10th, 2021, you need to email me so that I can get you that, because you'll need to be tracking what you're doing, because people like me and your upline, we can't help you if we don't know what you're doing. So don't ever go to somebody with questions and then it's just like, well, I don't know. I really haven't done anything, but I feel like I'm not getting anywhere in my business. Go with some data to say, okay, I've been doing this, this, and that, and it's still, not working. So then they can help you tweak and see, okay, this is where you can tweak, or this is where you can redirect your energy, that sort of thing. So that's all that I have for you guys. I will see y'all in the next training. Bye.